Welcome to For the Family, and happy April to you and yours. As we step into this sacred season, fresh off the remembrance of Palm Sunday, we are once again reminded of a truth we often forget. Jesus came not to be served, but to serve. He entered Jerusalem not on a war horse, but on a donkey, the posture of a servant, not a conqueror. And so today, we want to ask some questions that go straight to the heart of how we live, lead, and influence the world around us. What does true leadership really look like in the kingdom of God? Can influence come without a title? How do you respond when God positions you, not with power, but with purpose? Are you overlooking the small things God has placed in your care because they don't look important yet? Maybe you're a parent trying to raise your children right. Maybe you're on a job where no one sees your quiet efforts. Maybe you're the one everyone calls for advice, but you're wondering if what you're doing really matters. Because sometimes we don't need a platform, we just need to recognize the position God has already placed us in. And sometimes the most powerful influence starts with simply caring, serving, and showing up. Today's word will challenge the world's definition of greatness and redirect us to the heart of God's design, influence through servanthood and leadership through love. This is For the Family.
Let them know who they are early. Bend the tree while it's young. That when they are old, even if they live in Egypt, they still are Hebrew. Take it from me, I can testify. You can't even dance good in the club. You could go way off. You could go off. Yeah. But boy, let me tell you something. Them things that were spoken, them things that were said, Opal can testify. them things that were formed in you early will speak to you. And so the whole nation of Israel was impacted because somebody was in position. Let's start with Miriam. Miriam put herself in a position to have care and concern for a child. Position. Some of you have been positioned already. But do you have the care and concern for that which is valuable? Seem insignificant, mind you. Small, ain't nothing, a baby. Yeah, I know it's important to them, that's their family and all that, but I want you to see it from this perspective. It's something small, insignificant. But you're on a job right now, and you already see some potential there in somebody. You already see some significance can come out of that. Something can come out of this situation. Something can come out of these people. Whatever that you are being placed in a position. I don't know if Miriam volunteered for it. His mother said, look here, go stand there and watch over that child. But understand that your position is not the title. Your position is where God has placed you to observe and to see and to have concern for, even the insignificant. And then to be able to step in and say something and use that opportunity that God will give you. In Matthew chapter 20, let's read from verse 25. At one point, the disciples are deciding about, who will get this position, because that's how we think, who can get the position? The mother went to Jesus and said, who going to sit? What about my sons? I want you to make sure my sons get that position, boy. When you get there, make sure they get that position. Matthew 20, verse 25, Jesus called them, that's his disciples, together and said, you know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their high officials exercise authority over them. He said, that's how the world operates. You know, they got a certain attitude, you get a position, and that's when you get the power. No, you miss it. Jesus said, no, we don't operate like that in the kingdom. Verse 26, not so with you. Instead, whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant. Whoever will be great among you must be your servant. Practicing power from position is not leadership. Practicing power, you got the position now and you got the power. No, you miss it. We don't operate like that in the kingdom of God. And sometimes that's one of the greatest difficulties that I have had to deal with in ministry. Because the template of leadership that most of us have dealt with is you got the leader, and the leader run things, and the leader must take care of it. And God says, no, we don't operate like that in the kingdom. And unless and until we as a people recognize that the onus is upon us, those who see and recognize the responsibility and have the ability to respond, can take that upon ourselves, then this whole thing will move forward. What did Jesus say? Jesus said, I don't need leaders, I need servants. Because servants are leaders. Influence is leadership. Parents, you're leaders. You got some friendship, you're a leader. You leading people. See, people leading people all the time and don't even realize it sometimes. Sometimes they do it intentionally, but most of the times we do it intentionally. Because somebody came to you for some advice and you gave it to them. Now, where were you leading them when you gave them that advice? Leader. Somebody, you got some influence over somebody. They follow you. You do this, they do that. You mad? They all mad with you. Along with you, I mean. You happy? They happy with you. You praising? They praise you. They see you sad? They all get sad. You leading. But where you leading them to?
What a rich reminder we've received today. As we continue reflecting on this season, fresh from Palm Sunday, we are reminded that Jesus didn't come to chase titles or demand recognition. He came to serve. And today's message reminds us, we've all been positioned. Whether you're a parent, a teacher, a friend, or someone simply trying to be faithful where God has placed you, you're not there by accident. We learned that real influence isn't about holding power. It's about using your position, whatever it looks like, to care, to notice, to respond. Jesus said in Matthew 20:26, "Whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant." So today, we ask ourselves, are we paying attention to what God has placed in our care? Are we honoring the small things that may carry great purpose? Are we leading others with love or trying to control from a distance? Influence isn't just in the spotlight. It's in your conversations, your consistency, your compassion, and your choices. Let's remember, Miriam stood in position and helped deliver a nation because she cared for what others overlooked. Jesus flipped the world's view of greatness by kneeling to serve. And you, yes, you have been called to lead, not with control. We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment and let us know, how has God been challenging you to lead like Christ in this season? Need prayer or someone to stand with you? Reach out at fourthafamily@fofmibahamas.com. We'd love to connect. If this message blessed you, please like, share, and subscribe so we continue spreading truth that strengthens families and transforms hearts. Until next time, walk boldly in your calling. Lead with love. Influence through service. This is For the Family, where faith builds homes and transforms hearts.